Good morning, you're in for a roller coaster ride today. This is a very special Saturday Kitchen Live. Now, our special guest today also happens to be my mother's favourite singer in the entire world. So I'm delighted he could join us today. Yes, she's very excited today. She didn't watch me. She's going to watch this fella over here. Please welcome Saturday Kitchen. It's the brilliant Alfie Boe. Yay! Now, it's been a long wait to get you on the show as well.
Thank you. And
but you've been busy, tremendously busy. Touring the States.
Yeah, it's been a crazy year. We had the Jubilee earlier on and then the theme tune for the Olympics and touring the States, touring the UK as well. It's been good.
So where are you for Christmas then? Where are you going to spend Christmas? Are you here?
I'm at home actually. I've got a bit of time off at Christmas and New Year. I'm doing a number of concerts beginning in December over in the States and then back home for Christmas to avoid the turkey.
Exactly. There's a little clue in there. Because, of course, at the end of today's programme, I'll either cook food heaven or food hell for Alfie. Something based on your favourite ingredient, food heaven, or your nightmare ingredient, food hell. To our selection of chefs over there, and some of our viewers decide which one you get. So, food heaven, first of all.
It's roast beef. I'm a huge fan of roast beef. I mean, ribber beef, top side, silver side, anything that's beef, I just love it.
Sounds pretty good to me. And that could be done, nicely roasted with a little bit of mustard. But the dreaded food hell then?
The hell for me is turkey. I can't cook turkey. I can't eat it. I can't look at it. It's just I try my best with the turkey at Christmas. I do the water bath. I try stuffing it with as much thing. I lost a cat one year because I stuffed it, but I just can't make it work. It's just dry and horrible.
No, come on either. So it's either beef or turkey for food heaven. I'm going to prepare probably the ideal Sunday lunch: a roast ribber beef. The beef is rubbed with homemade whiskey mustard, which is made in real time, hopefully. Made with a touch of whiskey and some orange, and it's served with a turnip and potato dauphinoise and a little bit more mustard on the side. How does that sound?
That sounds fantastic.
Spuds and meat.
Beautiful.
There you go. Or Alfie could be facing food hell, turkey, and something Mediterranean inspired. Turkey Santa Bocca. I'm going to flatten the turkey breast, fold it with a slice of Gruyere cheese and ham to cover up the flavour. And to fry it, I'm going to fry it in butter and parsley, and serve it with a mixture of green beans and carbonero. But you have to wait till the end of the show to see which one Alfie gets. Now, we're going to live a little later on. And also, if I did get to speak to you, then I'll be asking you whether Alfie should be facing food heaven or food hell. So start thinking. It's going to be beef, isn't it?
I hope so.
Turkey! He should be. Right, let's get cooking. There's waiting in the hobs. There's a chef who's held 2 Michelin. Right, it's time to answer some of your foodie questions. Each caller is also going to help us decide what Alfie over there will be eating at the end of the show. First on the line, we've got Alison from Heaven or Hell.
Oh, for amazing Alfie, it has to be heaven.
Yay! There you go. And Michelle from Walsall. Are you there, Michelle? Would you like to see it then, the show? Heaven or Hell?
Hell.
Oh, by the way, straight, wasn't it? There we go.
That's the way she said it.
Oh, hell, right. Now, Pierre, you can have a seat over there because usual rules apply. Right, it's that time of the show to find out whether Alfie will be facing food heaven or food hell. Food heaven would be this magnificent piece of beef. Look at that. 4-rib piece of beef, homemade mustard, with some nice turnip and potato, dauphinoise potatoes. Alternatively, you've got this sort of manky bit of turkey over here with a bit of plastic ham and cheese. What do you think these lot have decided?
I'm really worried because Chris said it's very close.
Well, Pierre had the casting vote.
Right.
So whatever it is, it's his fault.
And he's been kind to you.
Has he really?
Yeah, he's giving you beef. It's pretty good. So anyway, we're going to get the beef on first of all, because I want to get this sealing. So first thing we do is get this on the go. It's a huge piece of beef. And we need to seal it off first of all to get some colour on it. So
that's done, isn't it, by now?
Well, more or less, yeah. Well, the French would like it like that, wouldn't it? Just to warm it up. That's it, really, in here. And then what we're going to do is get our mustard on. Now, the mustard is a mixture of vinegar. We've got some whiskey. We've got some orange. We've got some sugar. We've got mustard seeds over here, mustard powder, honey. And it's really simple to make your own mustard. Okay. But we're going to start that off. But first of all, you're going to tell me about how it all started, because it didn't start with singing. It started with
I was
working as a body shop mechanic.
Yeah, I used to work at TVR, a sports car company in Blackpool, and who are sadly no longer around anymore. Yeah. And I used to sing along to the radio all the time, and one day I was singing away, and this customer who was buying a car overheard.
Wasn't Chris, was it?
And it wasn't Chris. No,
was that me or him?
Said that I got a good voice and that I should try out to make it professionally, and he basically said there's a company in London auditioning for people for the next UK tour.
Right.
You should come down and try out. So I did. Sang to them and got taken on and became a professional singer after that.
Because it happened to you, I mean, massively quickly after that. Broadway
Yeah,
hit, was it?
yeah. Well, I went to music college immediately after touring for a while, studied, and then joined the opera houses around the UK and Europe and places like that. And then got the opportunity to work with Baz Luhrmann on his production of La Boheme on Broadway.
Yeah.
And so I went over there for a while, and
that was kind of criticised at first, purely for the cast, because he was such a big name.
Yeah,
you were an unknown.
No, I know, it was true. And they were saying it was quite a controversial production, but there was nothing controversial about it. The show was the same as it was in an opera house. The only difference was it was on Broadway. You know, it was playing to a mainstream audience, not necessarily a classical audience, which but people sort of like look down on it a little bit.
James, what's great about Alfie is he always stands as if he could actually burst into song at any moment.
Well, he can do if you want as well, because you know, because you've got the new album out now.
Yes,
because it's a totally different break for you, really. People wouldn't anticipate it when they look at the album, because it's your fifth album now.
Yeah,
but fine, tell us about it, because it's
a mixture of a few things. It's got some classic songs on there, Bridge Over Troubled Water. There's a couple of Elvis tracks on there. There's some Rolling Stones tracks on there as well, and some American folky songs. So, and it is a bit of a departure from where I've really come from in a way, you know. But I'm loving it. I don't really see sort of any division between music. You know, I think that classical can stand side by side with rock and pop and blues and jazz and all that. So.
Because I've listened to it, because it's not just, you know, you've got a big mix and match, you mentioned those, but you've got, I mean, track 11, for instance.
Yeah.
Can you give us a glass of that? Because that's a bit of a country song.
It is. It's Angels from Montgomery by John Prine, and that's...
Well, go on then, give us a blast of that.
Okay. Make me an angel that flies from Montgomery. Make me a poster of an old rodeo. Just give me one thing that I can hold on to. To believe in this living is just a hard way to go.
And now I'm deaf, I can't hear a thing. That is pretty loud, isn't it?
Pierre was saying that he sings when he's cooking as well. So
not like that.
That's why there's glass in between the kitchen and the dining room.
I'm just going to reference what we got
In
here.
general, the chef disappear when I start to sing.
We've got some butter, we've got some garlic, I've got some turnips, some potatoes, and turnips are a great thing to put in dauphinoise. And the idea is we just basically layer these all up. Bit of salt and pepper I've got in there, and the garlic has gone in with the butter just to seal it around the edge. We've got some cream and milk, and we get a little bit of salt and pepper, mix this together, and that's just going to mix together to fill up our little dauphinoise.
do they have to be really ultra thin to cook through, or...
Yeah, well, that's why you need one of these, really, nice and thin, really. Alternatively, if you've got a group of chefs up here which have decided to sit down over there, then you could then use them to then slice it nice and thin, but we're going to use a little mandolin over here as well.
Now, we're really happy here. We're happy here, aren't we? We're waiting for the next number.
Yes, well, it's coming. I'm building it up. But of course, you've been touring America.
Yeah.
You're back in the UK next year, which your UK fans will be hugely pleased about.
Yeah, I've got a UK arena tour next year, playing a couple of dates in London at the Albert Hall, 8th and 9th, and then travelling around the UK on that. That'll be fun. Looking forward to that.
Fantastic. And then, we've just got some honey. I'll put the whiskey in, bit of that. Then we put some orange in there. See the beef? You seal it all off like this.
Can't take my eyes off the beef.
All we do is we take our mustard now, throw it in a pot, and just give it a quick blitz. And the more you blend this, the thicker the mustard will become. So if you want a fine mustard, you just keep blending it and blending it and blending it, and that's how you get the fine mustard. But if you want like one that's part grainy, you blend it to this point, and you've got
Beautiful
grey mustard. So it's easy that homemade grey mustard. And all we need to do, you see, grab your beef. And this is quite a decent bit of beef. And we'll grab a little bit of veg and cut it quite decent sized chunks really with these carrots and onions, because this is going to cook for about an hour and a half, so you don't want these to sort of break down into small pieces.
Okay.
But you throw these in, grab your beef, stick that on the top, whole lot goes on top of there. And then we've got our spatula, which we can spread this with the mustard over the top. Wow. And while I go to the oven, pop this in the oven, you're going to then hopefully blast us out a little bit of Les Mis.
For your mother,
For my mother, because she's a massive fan. So, mother, beef goes in, an hour and a half. This is for you.
Ah. You can take, you can give. Let him be, let him live. If I die, let me die, let him live. Bring him home, bring him home, bring him
Yeah! Come on, guys.
How cool is that? Mother, that was for you. Now, you need to bring the wine over. The question is, you definitely sung for your supper.
Thank you.
Which we got there. Now, tell us about the name of your new album. What's it called?
It's called Storyteller, and
Yeah.
it's pretty much a description of wonderful songs that tell great stories, but also my opinion of what singers are with storytellers, basically.
Fantastic. Well,
I
there you go.
didn't realise it was so loud, did you?
No.
It's fantastic.
you.
It's
Cheers,
so
please.
powerful, isn't it?
Thank you.
Fantastic. Well, there you go. You got to dive into that. A little bit of beef.
Just a
Oh,
look at that.
A little bit of beef. You've got the homemade mustard, which I've got with it as well. Pile that on there.
Oh, cheers.
Beef with Duff and Welsh potatoes. Done.
Good man.
Now, to go with this, Johnson, we got a Lady Reserva Syria 2010 for Majestic's priced at £7.99. Go on then.
come on, someone's got a
Go
car.
on, you got to dive in. Yes, there you go.
That's it.
Oh, do a time in.
It's absolutely stunning.
He's happy. Well, that's all today on Saturday Kitchen Live. Thanks to Phil Howard, Pierre Kaufman and Chris Evans. And across the brilliant Alfie Boe. Cheers to all his friends for the wine choices. All of today's recipes, of course, on our website. Go to bbc.co.uk/Saturday Kitchen. There'll be more Best Bites for you tomorrow over on BBC 2 at 10 o'clock. We're back same time, same place next Saturday with the great chefs and cooking these amazing recipes. And if you're heading to the Good Food Show in Birmingham, we'll be there in about 2.5 hours. Bye for now.
See ya!